UFC flyweight. Speaking of UFC women's flyweight contender, let's talk about a real one that is there. Yeah, I know y'all gonna hate now. We're gonna talk about the Beast. That's right. This is the one. This is the true number one contender, right? 7-0 in the UFC. Earned every bit of it. Manon the Beast Fior. We had to talk about it. I know it's been a while. It's only been what? It's almost been 3 months since the Aaron Blanchfield fight, but Manon is still on the radar. And as somebody who follows all these fighters and definitely got to follow the number one contender right here, I'm watching what Manon is doing. And as y'all can see, this is a recent photo of Manon Fior. But if you do follow her, you know what she's been doing. Like, she's not doing like a lot of these other fighters, that become just social media advocates, just like to post and twerk and do stuff like that. Now, you go to Manon's page or like Whaley's page, Jan Janon's page, you getting work. All right, you just getting work posted. And Manon is letting it be known. She's letting it be known that she's working for good reason. She knows that there's a possibility that injuries happen, or there could be some disagreements because a certain rubber match, flyweight title rubber match hasn't been made yet. It hasn't been finalized yet, right? So with that not being fully official, or not official, Manon is staying at the ready. Manon Fior is choosing to stay at the ready. And I'm checking her out on IG. This girl is in there sparring and working. She's almost putting in work right now. Like, she's training for a fight. That's why I was kind of like, rubbing my chin. I was like, Manon knows something that we don't know. Does anybody know out there that know something I don't know right now? Is low key got this fight now? Because I've been seeing her out here sparring. She's been putting in the work, road work. The working on her balance and everything. She's been working on balance coordination and doing all this workout on the water, and like I said, doing a lot of good boxing drills, like you see here, and putting in some sparring hours. Hopefully, like I said, she's not going too hard, so no injuries happen. But she's just doing a lot of good work now. And yeah, just letting you know, like I said, Manon is staying at the ready. And that's what you want to see in a number one contender, especially with the turnaround time that Manon is on right now. Like I said, we're almost going on the third month since the Aaron fight. And like another situation, we don't have the Grasso Shevchenko 3 fight locked in. So we don't really know when her title fight or her title opportunity will come. But until then, you got to stay ready. That's the wise thing for Manon to do. Like, she doesn't have another fight lined up. There's really nobody else to fight right now because Macy Barber's on lock with Rose Namajunas next month. That fight is locked in. So until then, this is what Manon needs to be doing, and I'm glad I see her doing it, because that was one thing I said. Like, if the Barber fight isn't presented to her as an interim fight, she doesn't want it, and I wouldn't want it either. And we all knew that Macy wouldn't want that fight, even though that is the winner of the Manon and Aaron fight, which is a lock as number one, right? But yeah, with that being the number one fight, even then Macy Barber didn't want that one, so they go for Rose, right? They go for the Rose fight. So no other dance partners that make sense for Manon. So in the meantime, what do you got to do? Just got to stay ready. She said she'll be a stand-in if Valentina or somehow has to pull out or she's injured. She's ready to fight. But even then, like, if that doesn't happen, this is a perfect time to just get in work, watch Grasso fights and Valentina fights. The same way Grasso was studying Valentina's style, Manon might have double work. But yeah, you got to do it. Manon's gonna have to watch Grasso fights. She's gonna have to watch Shevchenko fights, and that's perfect. Just gives her a chance to, kind of let her body rest, let her mind reset. Because sometimes fighting over and over, it can get a little bit boring, or you could suffer injuries, and there's a little bit more wear and tear from fights. So that's the downside. But it's always a good side to get fights for, just dealing with pressure and dealing with the high level, right? High level contact. But with this fight being pushed out, if you want to look at the bright side, it is a time for you to kind of heal and just get in light work and stalk the champion, if you will. Stalk the champions, if you will. Watch their fights over and over and just kind of live and breathe them until you get to the point of just knowing their whole styles and strengths and weaknesses, and you can come up with a game plan for each of them, right? Same way Grasso came with a game plan for Valentina. Manon can do that for either one of them. So this is the time to do that. Just reset the mind. So when she comes back, she'll be like, yeah, I'm a new fighter. I'm ready for him. Being out this long makes me antsy. Get back in there. 2025. I know it sucks hearing it say that, but that's when the fight might actually happen, right? But it's okay, because that doesn't mean she's gonna miss a step. When Carla Esparza defeated Yan Xiaonan, she didn't fight Rose a year later almost. Like Carla Esparza, when she beat Yan Xiaonan, I know Dana wanted her to fight somebody else, but I don't think there was anybody else to fight. She was on a 5-fight win streak. She waited a whole year before she fought Rose. And what happened? She won, right? And that was an ugly, stinking fight, but, she did it. So there's situations like that. Yan Xiaonan, she defeated Jessica Andrade, right? And then fought Weili 11 months later, I believe. Yeah, she knocked out Jessica Andrade in like May of 2022. Then fought Weili in April of 2023. Yeah, so it was like 11 months. Amanda Lemos waited like 8 or 9 months before she fought Weili. So those turnaround times for the championship fights for number one contenders is kind of normal at that, And I mean, Manon already fought 7. She already won 7 fights to get here. So this little time period in between, it can be a blessing, Again, it's a time just to kind of let your body rest and recover because, last time out when she fought Chikagan, she had to take almost a year off for the return because she tore a ligament, So here, they can kind of focus and work at their own pace and their own timing and don't have to worry about injuries as long as, she does light sparring and doesn't go too hard, right? But I think that, this is a good thing, just watching and seeing that Manon Fiorot is staying at the ready here. All those I think are just good opportunities, good points for her right now, just to reset her mind, kind of heal up, study Grasso Shevchenko, get better on the ground, work on her grappling, work on her own takedowns, work on using her strength like she has been in her past few fights. Because that's another thing I think about Manon. Like, I think her strength is a little underrated. Like, I don't think she uses it enough sometimes. I don't think she bodies these girls enough. I know she's get comfortable with her boxing and her striking, but I would like to see her like throw some of these girls around a little bit more. Well, she did with Erin. I wanted to see her do that a little bit more when she was in the Rose fight, but she stuck to her striking more in that one. She did body Erin up a little bit, toss her, but another thing, work on her defense, protect the chin because Grasso has heavy hands. Grasso's a heavy hitter. Valentina's got good head kicks. So those are things no one can work on, tucking that chin and working on boxing defense, right? So, yeah, that's the update on Manon. Just letting you know, hey, she's staying in there. She's working. So I believe with the training that she's doing now, it's just going to keep her sharp and keep her ready for what could possibly come if Valentina chooses not to fight Grasso a third time yet. But I think she will. And if she does, of course, Manon just needs to stay ready over the next 4 or 5 months. Because if Valentina and Grasso do fight in September, end of the year, that's 3 months later, that'd be December. And I don't think they'll fight yet. I think they'll probably push it out to January, February next year. So, yeah, a whole year from Manon just kind of sitting out. But there's a lot of things to do until then to prepare herself for the champion. But I don't think it'd be wise to take like a Macy Rose winner fight or anything like that, or a Natalia Silva at this point. I think just waiting it out. Like I said, those other former champs, contenders did. Like Carla did, that'll be her best bet at this point, especially at this age, But let me know, guys, what y'all think. Is that her best bet just to kind of sit out and wait? But it seems like it is benefiting her.